What's up, everybody? It's Gina Ifoe, the one and only African superstar, back with some more unpopular opinions. I first want to acknowledge the customers of the Afrikansuperstar.com. Much love to you guys. Continue to shop with us and support this platform. Also, big shout outs to those of you who are sponsoring our music project. We recently shot our second music video, which is for my track, Ghana is Good For Me. The project is still ongoing, so all the details on how to contribute to that project are in the box below. So I want to go ahead and jump right in. My first unpopular opinion is Nigerians support Nigerian artists. Holla! I ran across this clip from Davido, who is arguably one of the most famous modern day Nigerian artists, and he was talking about how many Nigerians in the diaspora were the reason that he rose to fame, because they were showing him so much support and so much love when they would actually play his music in the nightclubs. People would request for his music when they were buying bottles, and they were just bigging him up, selling out his shows, and so on and so forth. I would love to see this kind of initiative here in Ghana for Ghanaian artists. I've talked about in previous videos the frustration of seeing, and listening to foreign music when I go to Ghanaian night spots, and it's like we have equally or greater wonderful music, that we could be promoting here. And I think that it's crazy that we would expect Nigerians to promote Ghanaians when Ghanaians are failing to promote themselves. The truth is, Nigerians support Nigerian artists, and that is why their genre continues to grow and boom. It's very, very simple. It's kind of like a one-on-one on self-preservation. Please, please, please support your countrymen. Hello. Hello. My second unpopular opinion kind of is similar to this, and the topic is black people won't unite, so.
Black people won't unite, so.
The reality that many, freedom fighters and Pan-Africans come to is that the likelihood of black people uniting is so slim. The probabilities, the damage that's been happening to our people, the brainwashing, the education, the religion, just the, fanciful nature and unrealistic exposure to the world is what is really, really challenging our people. The reality is black people will not unite, so you should position yourself well. That's what I gotta say. If you're one of those people that you're like a humanitarian and your heart bleeds for the people and Black Lives Matter, and you find yourself being depressed because you're looking at the reality of the world you live in and you don't see it connecting, well, let me just tell you, this type of issue is something that have faced countless of our ancestors before. You know what I mean? Countless of our ancestors have promoted this back to Africa, black unity, Pan-Africanism, pro-blackness, all this stuff, only to be met with the same challenges that we're dealing modern day. So my advice to you
is you better get up, get out, and get something.
Okay? Don't let the pursuit of the fanciful community prevent you from enjoying some level of comfort and some level of satisfaction in your life. As you are trying to bring these people together, because in reality, it's not going to happen. My next unpopular opinion is no new friends, hairdressers, or salons. No new friends, hairdressers, or salons. I swear to God, it bears repeating. It's no new friends, hairdressers, or salons. I actually started this initiative a long time ago, the No New Friends campaign, like way back in 2015. But what made me kind of have to revert is obviously international traveler, global AF, moving to different countries. Obviously I moved from America to the UK. I had to, get a new hairdresser, get a new nail salon, make new friends. Similar, when I got here to Ghana. Fortunately, I have kind of a segment here. I have some of my viewers here. I've developed friendships with a lot of them. I have some of my friends here. I have my sister here. So guess what? The campaign for 2022, no new friends, no new hairdressers, no new nail salons. Because every time I go, It's always some drama. Every single time I go. You know what I mean? I'm rolling with Gladys. Gladys is my hairdresser. I'm rolling with Gladys. Okay? I'm going to my nail salon here in East Legon, which is called Sanam's Day Spa. Okay? No new friends. No new nothing. Nothing new. Nothing new for 2022. Nothing new for 22. My next unpopular opinion, a lot of y'all ain't gonna like it because it applies to you, but guess what? Smoking weed is an addiction. I know a lot of you guys be like, oh, it's
from the earth, and you know what I'm saying? I'm just reconnecting to Mother Nature, and you're
addicted. Yes. Okay? There is nothing that you can smoke that is great for your lungs, great for your respiratory. And the fact that you need it to get motivated, calm down, you know, have sex, relax. I mean, it's clear as day. Smoking weed is an addiction. Not only that, a lot of you weed smokers don't know, it's offensive. You know, it's offensive. The smell's offensive. It can have effect to your teeth, to your breath. It gets in your hair. It gets in your clothes. Non-smokers like myself would totally disregard you finding out that you're a smoker. I'm just being honest. It is an addiction, friends. It is an addiction. Yes. So I know you'll want to dispute me in the comments, but unpopular opinion all day long.
Guess what? Another unpopular opinion.
diversity doesn't work. It's actually never worked.
Diversity doesn't work. It's actually never worked. What works is homogeneous societies. We should all just be together. You know how I know? I've observed nature. Okay, nature is a great moniker of how we should live. You know, things to do if we want to survive, things not to do if we don't want to survive. Okay, although there are many species that live together, like say in the wild, you know, there's elephants that live there, there's cheetahs, there's giraffes, there's, you know, gorillas, you know, there's all kind of species of fish in the sea. You know, separate but equal is really great. Yes. Yes. Diversity does not work. What happens is you put apples and oranges together, and then all the stereotypes play in, and all the unrealistic expectations and comparisons and all this stuff. There's so much to be said about living in a homogeneous society where you are the standard, where your beauty is the standard, where your color is the standard, where your culture is the norm. You know, let's take for instance like a young Muslim lady, okay? When she's growing up in the Middle East and Islam is the culture, you know, wearing a hijab is the culture. The call to prayer is the culture. You know, maybe polygamy is practiced. She's much more apt to enjoy and participate in that lifestyle because that is what the vast majority of society is doing. However, when she moves to America, she starts seeing the Western girls wearing their hair out, wearing certain clothes, certain people having certain freedoms, doing this, doing that. Polygamy is not legal in America, for instance. It begins to be a conflict of interest. You see, I already know diversity don't work. I don't know if you guys don't know it. You know, the rest of the world knows it. The majority of the world knows it. That's why diversity is kind of only a concept in like the West, and it's a failed concept. It doesn't work. With that being said, I want to also say that America could handle gun control, but they don't, because crime and, you know, all this illegal stuff is profitable. Okay. America doesn't care. I mean, I can say this basically on every episode of Unpopular Opinions ever. But America really doesn't care about its citizens. It doesn't care about your quality of life. It's not a proactive government. It doesn't try to give you like a comprehensive life. Gun control is a major problem in America. It makes it a very dangerous place to live. You have schools getting shot up. You have businesses getting shot up. You have senseless violence happening from day to day. And America could take a lot of control over their gun control. Do you know how? I know. Well, because this little country, you know, that I used to live in, called the UK, actually outlawed gun use for civilians after their first and only gun shooting at a school back in the 1990s. Yeah, look it up. And the very next day, they said, hey, that's it. No civilian gun access. And they slapped heavy penalties and fines for people that are still, able to smuggle guns in the country or use guns. The fact is, America could deal with it, but they don't want to deal with it. My last unpopular opinion for this segment is black men are not utilizing their most valuable asset, which is what? Who? Us. Us. Black women. We have so much to offer and contribute to our men. And a lot of our men are out here living struggle life because they won't partner up. The truth is we're not meant to be living alone. We're meant to be units. We're meant to be families. There's reasons why companionship is promoted. It's good for your health. You have 2 incomes in your house. You have 2 parents to raise kids. There's so many pros to it, but black men are not taking advantage. Black women are absolutely phenomenal. We are the original women. We are what everybody else emulates and wants to be. And we also have the potential to make a man great. That is if the man chooses well. He has to choose someone compatible. He has to choose someone who he loves, that loves him back, and someone who is going to be resilient and committed in raising a family and building that foundation. But black men, you're slipping. Single life after a certain period of time, it's played out. It's whack. And I think obviously smart black men have realized this truth a long time ago. Smart black men are usually the ones to try to attempt to settle down in the beginning. Sometimes people even try to discourage them when they're in their early 20s or fresh out of college and they're like, hey, I found the one I want. I'm going to go ahead and settle down. We're promoted to get out here and sow our oats, but it's so detrimental. It's so emotionally draining. It makes more sense to get a wonderful partner and just pour yourself into that person. And it's almost like, concentrating your wealth, concentrating your resources. Does it make more sense to give, 25 cents here, 25 cents there, 25 cents here? You're spreading and wasting your resources when you can be putting it in one central unit. So I had a lot to say on this episode, guys, and definitely some opinions I know y'all will disagree with. Leaving your comments what you think. Leaving my comments what you think about these topics. Also, head over to the Afrikansuperstar.com. Check out our great merchandise, including my most recent collection, African Superstar X Ghana, where I celebrate my amazing new home on the continent. Also, continue to show love on our music project. My latest video, Ghana is Good For Me, will be ready momentarily. Can't wait to premiere it on the channel. So make sure you subscribe if you don't want to miss that. Okay? Until we meet again, stay black and true. If you ain't black, just stay true.